Well, thank you for staying with us. Puerto Rico, Hope in the Dark. It's the story of the people of Puerto Rico in the faith, strength, and hope to sustain them in the devastating aftermath of Hurricane Maria. It's the most recent production by students in the Media, Communications, and Visual Arts Department at Pace University. Let's take a look at a preview.
This is the longest blackout in American history. It's immoral what had been happening in Puerto Rico. We're talking about 3.3 million Puerto Ricans that have not received the help and the assistance that they deserve.
Es una cosa horrible, horrible. Es un monstruo. Ella hacía como un monstruo.
Mi nieta mayor me preguntó que cómo se oía eso y yo, como ella vivió allá afuera, pues yo le dije, vas a oírlo como si fuera quizá un tren, pero 100 veces amplificado. Pero fue peor. Ya a las 5 de la mañana yo no le voy a negar que yo le pedí a Dios que nos pusiera a dormir.
Pedíamos a Dios que nos ayudara y tratamos de mantener la calma.
María, esto fue un infierno.
Powerlessness. Think about that word for a second. Powerlessness. This is what Puerto Rico has faced for centuries. Powerlessness.
Now, you saw just a glimpse there, but here to tell us a little bit more about it, we welcome now Joanna Castro, Executive Director of the Northern Manhattan Arts Alliance, and Charlie Vazquez, who is the Arts and Culture Consultant. And welcome.
Thank you, Daren.
Thank you, Daren.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. And sorry under these circumstances, because when we talk about Puerto Rico, obviously, even to this day, the conversations are still being had. One, about the death toll. Two, about the fact of the supplies and the whole response by our administration to that. But you guys put it in film form. Give us a little bit about, in a longer sense, about what we're going to see come with this movie.
Sure. So I'll give you a little bit of background information. Our parent organization is the Hispanic Federation. I was at a meeting, and one of the people at the meeting said, oh, we were involved with this documentary. I saw it, I cried, and I was just like, wow, we need to show it. Mm-hmm. So what better time to bring awareness of the 1-year anniversary with this screening, and the fact that it was done by students, and literally their spring break. So the power of energy, of youth wanting to transmit and wanting to tell a story of what happened. So then I started finding connections with the Uptown community, and we partnered with the Sugarhill Children's Museum of Art and Storytelling, and they coincidentally have an exhibit that is closing on September 23rd called Relational Undercurrents. And it's an exhibit showcasing Caribbean artists and, of course, Puerto Rican artists. Mm-hmm. So then I reached out to friend and colleague Charlie Vazquez about moderating a panel and who we wanted to bring to the table to talk about solidarity and awareness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and what we found was that various individuals and organizations were, sort of scrambling to do what they could to raise money, to raise support for the island. So Joanna didn't know at the time, but I was involved in the Reconstruction graphic novel anthology, which was organized by the artist Edgardo Miranda Rodriguez, who created La Borinqueña, and she's kind of like the Puerto Rican Wonder Woman. Mm-hmm. So that's a real big hit. She's a real big hit right now in the graphic novel community. And that anthology has raised over $150,000. Our colleague Arnaldo Lopez from Pregones Puerto Rican Traveling Theater, they distributed over, I think, about $100,000 or more in micro grants to arts organizations on the island. So we found sort of this thread of arts-related activism as well as a faith organization, the For
Tryon Park, for Tryon Collegiate Church.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Who they went down and they planted organic seeds and they helped with repairs to structures and stuff like that. So we wanted to bring all these people together to talk about the creative ways that they sort of mobilize community to raise funds to support Puerto Rico.
Mm-hmm. What do you want people to take away from the screening and the conversation?
bring awareness. Think about our brothers and sisters in Puerto Rico, and think about what we can do to help. So, for example, the church had a fundraiser through yoga classes. So there are little and big things we can do. I also wanted to mention that there's a nice Bronx connection. Arnaldo Lopez is the managing, as Charlie mentioned, the managing director of Pregones, which is based in the Bronx. And Gabriel Rivera, who is our other panelist, is from the Bronx, and he's a student. So really, it's not something that there's a disconnect. We are all connected.
So for people who want to know date, time, and where, take it away and let us know.
The Sugarhill Children's Museum, the screening will be at 2 p.m. That's this Sunday, September 23rd. I don't have the address with me.
It
but,
is, do I have it here? No, I don't have
tell
it.
you.
Yeah.
Oh, I do, 898. 898. We're all trying to figure out. The address is right here, by the way. It's 898 St. Nicholas Avenue and 155th Street. And the reason I should really be shy for this one is because it's right down the block from where I grew up.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah, I know. I just couldn't get the number right, but forgive me. Yes. So 898 St. Nicholas Avenue, 155th Street. Please come on out and check it out. 2 p.m. is going to be the screening. 3 p.m. is going to be the panel discussion, right? You're moderating panel
I'll be
discussion?
moderating the discussion, yes.
Good. Joanna, good to see you again.
Good to see you.
Thank you so much, and best wishes.
you.
I mean, it's something we need to talk about, and it's hard to think that, people think that Puerto Rico is this little faraway place, but this is right here in the United States of America. Thanks for doing
Thanks,
this.
Daren.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you. Taking a quick break. We got more open. Stay with us. Come right back right after this.